Did you know that millions of Australians could soon be forced to abandon their cities? Climate experts are warning that some of the most popular places in Australia may not be safe to live in by 2026. From deadly heat waves to rising sea levels, what's coming could change the way we think about where we call home. And surprisingly, it's not just the small towns. Some of Australia's biggest cities are on the danger list. You might think your city is perfectly fine now, but what if the very place you live in becomes too expensive, too dangerous, or simply unlivable in just a few years? The truth is, scientists, urban planners, and financial experts are raising serious red flags about these locations. And most people have no idea. In this video, we're revealing 10 Australian cities you may need to leave before 2026. Stay with us to find out if your city is on the list. You might be shocked. Number 1. Darwin. Darwin, the capital of the Northern Territory, is known for its tropical lifestyle and beautiful sunsets. But behind its laid-back image, Darwin is quietly becoming one of the most dangerous places to live in Australia. Scientists are sounding the alarm. Darwin is heating up at a terrifying rate. According to climate projections, by 2050, Darwin could experience more than 265 days of extreme heat every year. That's nearly 3/4 of the year spent in sweltering, dangerous temperatures. What does that mean for people living there? These aren't just hot days where you turn on a fan or grab an ice cream. We're talking about extreme heat that can damage your health, overload power grids, and make life nearly unbearable. Even worse, Darwin's infrastructure isn't built to handle this kind of heat. Power outages, water shortages, and rising living costs are becoming more likely. The government has already started issuing warnings about heat stress and urging people to prepare. It's not just about the weather, it's about survival. Imagine your air conditioner failing in 40-degree heat, or your electricity bills skyrocketing as you struggle to stay cool. This could soon be the daily reality for Darwin residents. Some experts believe that if temperatures continue to rise at this pace, more and more people will start moving south to escape the unbearable climate. If you live in Darwin, or you're planning to move there, this is something you simply can't ignore. Is Darwin becoming too hot to handle? Many are starting to think so. Number 2. Cairns. Cairns, a gateway to the Great Barrier Reef, is one of Australia's most loved coastal cities. But behind its beauty lies a growing threat that could soon make this tropical paradise unlivable. Scientists have repeatedly warned that Cairns is on the front line of rising sea levels and intensifying cyclones. According to the Climate Council, parts of Cairns could face severe coastal flooding as early as the next few years. This isn't just about a bit of rain or seasonal storms. We're talking about more powerful cyclones, higher tides, and floods that can swallow streets, homes, and businesses. The sea is literally creeping in, and the problem is getting worse each year. The insurance industry is already starting to react. Insurance premiums in Cairns have soared, with some residents struggling to afford coverage at all. Some experts warn that soon, many properties could become completely uninsurable. Living in Cairns may start to feel like a gamble. Imagine watching the value of your home drop, not because of market trends, but because it's slowly becoming a flood zone. Coastal erosion is also eating away at the land, making some beachfront areas dangerous to invest in long term. If you're thinking about moving to Cairns, or if you already live there, this is a growing risk you can't ignore. Check local flood maps, research cyclone history, and understand how rising sea levels could impact your specific area. Is this tropical dream city slowly sinking? Many experts believe the answer is yes, and they're urging people to plan carefully before it's too late. Number 3. Mildura. Mildura, a peaceful city on the banks of the Murray River, is often praised for its sunshine, vineyards, and relaxed country living. But there's a growing problem that could soon make this regional gem a difficult place to call home. Water scarcity is hitting Mildura hard, and it's only going to get worse. Experts warn that this area is one of the most vulnerable to long-term droughts in Australia, with climate models predicting severe reductions in rainfall over the coming decades. Mildura relies heavily on water from the Murray-Darling Basin, but that system is already stretched thin. Overuse, mismanagement, and climate change are pushing the river system to its breaking point. This isn't just an environmental issue. It directly threatens local farming, fresh water supply, and daily life. Imagine turning on your tap one day and finding severe restrictions or skyrocketing water prices. The agricultural backbone of Mildura is also at risk. With less water available, farmers may struggle to grow the crops that have supported the local economy for generations. This could lead to job losses, population decline, and increasing pressure on remaining resources. If you're thinking about building a future in Mildura, it's essential to consider how water shortages could shape the city's future. Look into sustainable water solutions, rainwater storage, and government plans for long-term water security. Could Mildura be slowly drying up? Some experts believe that without urgent action, this city's best days may soon be behind it. For many, it's becoming a question of whether Mildura can truly survive the coming water crisis. Number 4. Sydney. Sydney, Australia's largest and most famous city, offers stunning beaches, iconic landmarks, and a buzzing lifestyle. But behind the postcard perfect views, Sydney is becoming one of the hardest cities to afford, not just in Australia, but globally. Housing prices here have skyrocketed to the point where many young families and first home buyers are simply giving up. According to recent data, Sydney is ranked among the top 5 least affordable cities in the world. It's not just about buying a home. Renters are also feeling the squeeze, with vacancy rates at historic lows and rental prices soaring. Everyday essentials like groceries, transport, and childcare are also climbing fast, making it harder for average people to survive in this beautiful city. More and more, people are moving out of Sydney, searching for affordable living in smaller towns and regional hubs. What's worse? Many experts believe the situation will continue to worsen, especially as international migration, limited housing supply, and rising interest rates put more pressure on the already strained market. Owning a home in Sydney now feels like chasing an impossible dream for many. If you're living in Sydney or thinking about moving there, it's critical to look at your long-term financial future. Can you realistically afford to stay? Will you be trapped in a cycle of debt just to pay the bills? Sydney might be beautiful, but is it worth the financial stress? For many people, the answer is slowly shifting towards no. Some are now asking themselves, is it time to pack up and start fresh somewhere more affordable? Number 5. Townsville. Townsville, located in tropical North Queensland, is known for its warm weather, beautiful coastline, and laid-back vibe. But underneath that charm, Townsville is facing a crisis that many residents can no longer afford to ignore. This city is increasingly vulnerable to cyclones, severe storms, and rising sea levels. And the financial cost? It's becoming almost unbearable. One of the biggest red flags is the exploding cost of home insurance. In recent years, some Townsville residents have reported insurance premiums so high that many can no longer afford to insure their homes. In cyclone-prone areas, premiums can hit thousands of dollars per year, creating a heavy financial burden on families already struggling with day-to-day costs. The storms aren't just getting stronger, they're getting more frequent. And each time, the rebuilding costs push insurance companies to raise prices even higher. This dangerous cycle means many homes could soon be uninsurable, leaving people fully exposed to financial ruin when the next big storm hits. Some experts warn that if these trends continue, Townsville could see a population decline as people look for safer and more affordable places to live. If you're thinking about settling in Townsville or buying property there, it's critical to factor in long-term insurance costs, storm risk, and property resilience. Could Townsville become too risky to call home? For many locals, that question is becoming painfully real. If you found this video eye-opening, please drop a comment and let us know which city surprised you the most. We put a lot of heart and research into making these videos for you. So if you can, please hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. Number 6. Adelaide. Adelaide, often called one of Australia's most livable cities, is known for its festivals, world-class wine regions, and easy lifestyle. But this charming city is facing a growing environmental challenge that could soon make it one of the least comfortable places to live. Climate experts are warning that Adelaide is heating up faster than almost any other major city in Australia. By 2050, Adelaide could face more than 60 extreme heat days every year. These aren't just warm afternoons. These are dangerously hot days where stepping outside can put your health at risk. Heat waves in Adelaide are already pushing the limits, causing public transport shutdowns, power outages, and hospital emergencies. As temperatures keep rising, the city's aging infrastructure is struggling to keep up. Living in Adelaide could soon mean higher energy bills as people fight to stay cool, water restrictions due to increasing droughts, and serious health risks, especially for the elderly and children. Some experts believe this could even cause a future population shift as people move towards cooler, more stable climates. If you live in Adelaide or are thinking of moving there, this is something you can't afford to overlook. Consider whether your home is properly insulated, if your air conditioning system is efficient, and if local services can handle hotter summers in the years ahead. Could Adelaide become too hot to handle? Some believe it's already heading that way, and unless big changes happen soon, residents may be forced to face a much harsher version of their city. Number 7. Gold Coast. The Gold Coast is one of Australia's most desirable coastal cities, famous for its beaches, high-rise skyline, and booming tourism. But behind the glittering surface, this city is quietly facing a serious threat. Experts are warning that the Gold Coast is at increasing risk from coastal flooding, rising sea levels, and overdevelopment. According to climate studies, sea levels along the Gold Coast are expected to rise by up to 0.8 meters by the end of the century. That may sound far away, but we're already seeing the early signs. Some low-lying areas are experiencing more frequent flooding, storm surges are getting worse, and parts of the city may struggle to stay above water in the decades to come. What makes it even more complicated is the city's rapid development. High-rise apartments and dense urban planning in flood-prone zones are putting even more people and property at risk. Insurance premiums are rising, some homes are losing value, and future buyers may start to think twice about investing in these exposed locations. If you're living on the Gold Coast, it's crucial to research whether your home is in a flood risk area and understand the long-term impact of rising seas. Check local council flood maps and ask about infrastructure upgrades, because in some areas, the sea is already winning the battle. Could this paradise city slowly be sinking under its own weight? Many believe the clock is ticking, and the Gold Coast could soon face challenges that are too big to ignore. Number 8. Perth. Perth, the sun-soaked capital of Western Australia, is known for its stunning beaches, beautiful parks, and relaxed lifestyle. But behind the sunshine, Perth is quietly facing a serious water crisis that could reshape the entire city's future. Experts say that Perth is one of the fastest drying cities in the world. Over the past few decades, Perth's rainfall has dramatically decreased. According to the Australian Bureau of Meteorology, rainfall in the region has dropped by more than 20% since the 1970s. This isn't just about getting less rain, it's about a shrinking water supply that millions of people depend on. Perth's dams, once the city's main water source, are now dangerously low, forcing the city to rely heavily on desalination plants and groundwater. This puts Perth in a risky position. Desalination is expensive, and groundwater is limited. As the city continues to grow, will there be enough water to support everyone? water restrictions are already becoming part of daily life, and some experts warn that harsher cuts could be needed in the future. If you're planning to move to Perth or already live there, it's worth asking, how will the water crisis impact the city's growth, property values, and livability? Consider investing in water-saving systems, staying informed about government plans, and being mindful of how water shortages could affect daily life. Could Perth's future dry up faster than expected? For many, the answer is yes, and the race to secure reliable water sources has already begun. The question is, will it be enough? Number 9. Hobart. Hobart, the charming capital of Tasmania, has long been considered a peaceful escape with cooler temperatures and stunning natural beauty. But what once made Hobart a safe haven is now turning into its greatest threat. Climate experts warn that bushfire seasons in Tasmania are starting earlier, lasting longer, and becoming far more dangerous. Hobart is uniquely vulnerable because it's surrounded by bushland and hilly terrain, which can quickly trap fires and cut off escape routes. Studies show that climate change is increasing the frequency and intensity of dry lightning strikes, a major cause of bushfires in the region. Recent bushfire seasons have already pushed the city's emergency services to their limits. Living in Hobart now means dealing with higher fire risks, potential property damage, smoke-filled summers, and even evacuation threats. Insurance premiums in high-risk areas are climbing, and some homeowners are starting to worry that they might one day become uninsurable. It's a serious concern that many residents still overlook because of Hobart's long-standing reputation as a cooler, safer city. If you're living in Hobart or planning to move there, this is something you cannot ignore. Make sure you understand the local bushfire risk maps. Prepare your home with fire-resistant materials and have a solid evacuation plan in place. Could Hobart's peaceful charm be overshadowed by the growing threat of fire? For many experts, the answer is becoming increasingly clear. The fires are getting closer, the seasons are getting longer, and the time to act is now. Number 10. Brisbane. Brisbane, the lively capital of Queensland, is famous for its riverside charm, subtropical weather, and fast-growing population. But beneath the city's vibrant lifestyle lies a serious and growing flood risk that is putting homes, businesses, and entire suburbs in danger. Recent years have seen major floods devastate Brisbane, and experts warn that these events are becoming more frequent and more severe. The 2011 Brisbane floods were a wake-up call, but even after improved flood management, the city was hit again by destructive floods in 2022. Scientists and urban planners now agree that with climate change, Brisbane will likely face more intense rainfall and more rapid river rises in the future. Some low-lying suburbs are becoming increasingly difficult to insure, and property prices in these flood-prone areas may face long-term damage. It's not just the river that's the problem. Brisbane's growing urban sprawl is creating more concrete, which means less natural ground to absorb heavy rain. This makes flash flooding a bigger threat, even in areas that never used to be at risk. Some streets can go from dry to underwater in minutes during extreme weather. If you're living in Brisbane or considering moving there, it's critical to check flood history and local council flood maps before buying or renting. Make sure you know whether your home is in a flood zone, and consider how climate change could shape Brisbane's future. Could Brisbane's booming lifestyle be washed away by its growing flood problem? For many experts, this is now one of the biggest questions shaping the city's future. Australia is famous for its incredible cities, stunning coastlines, and unique lifestyle. But as we've seen, the future of some of these places is becoming more uncertain. From rising sea levels and extreme heat to water shortages and skyrocketing living costs, these challenges are not just distant possibilities, they're happening now. Cities like Darwin, Cairns, Mildura, and Brisbane are facing serious environmental and financial pressures that could make them much harder to live in by 2026. But this isn't just about fear, it's about being aware, staying informed, and making smart decisions. Climate change, urban stress, and housing affordability are shaping where and how Australians will live in the future. Whether you currently live in these cities or are thinking about moving, it's crucial to understand the risks and start planning for a safer, more secure lifestyle. Remember, no city is perfect, but being prepared can make all the difference. Is it time to reconsider where you live? Or can these cities still turn things around? The choice is personal, but the facts are clear. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos to stay ahead of the trends shaping Australia's future.